Sevier County improves to 13-0.
If he throws it, just puts air under it, it's a touchdown. He short hopped it.
If he gets the ball to the end zone, it's a touchdown. Wow.
I mean, we're not looking down the line. We're not looking down the line, but that right there is rough.
That is as close can be, but as it is the final score in double overtime, it's Sevier County who will move on to Blankenship to face Oak Ridge next week in a
And welcome to the free medical clinic Friday night scoreboard here. Probably the last week of coverage, and we'll get this off of me a little bit. And we've just got Jet just walked in. We were watching the end of the Sevier County West game, and what a night of high school football. Anderson County, start with them. I felt like they dominated that game. It wasn't as close as the score indicated. But I'll be first to tell you, I was kind of surprised by both teams.
Right.
And then obviously Oak Ridge is going to the semifinals, I think, for the first time since 2020. Oliver Springs, unfortunately, falls tonight. What a hard-fought battle.
What a ball game. It was a good game.
Great ball game, 14-13 with 2 minutes to go.
Right.
Just unfortunate how it ended if you're a Bobcat. But, man, what a night of high school football. Jesse always says it's his favorite week. Mm-hmm. You got your all's game came down to the end. I tell you what I want to see. The changing point in the Anderson County Greenville game, and Chan Man's going to get this up. I want to see the illegal procedure call on Greenville. Their coaching staff went absolutely nuts.
Oh, wow.
On the call. They scored Jet to go up 21-7 on 4th and 12 on a halfback pass, and they call an illegal procedure.
Oh, my gosh.
And, and I'll be frank with you, Anderson County could have went down and scored 3 times and won the ball game. I'm not saying that.
Right.
But they drive the ball down the field, score touchdown to go up 2 scores. And you got to think, when you're the running team and you can run that clock.
Right, grind it.
That's probably to your advantage.
Yeah, definitely your advantage.
So I want to know if we can get that play. It was with 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. I just got there. First play that I watched of the ball game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it was an illegal procedure. But Maryville continues to win. York Institute wins. Sevier County wins on an unbelievable play. West kicks a 46-yard field goal to put it in overtime. 46 yards.
It went to overtime.
Goes to overtime.
Wow.
Sevier County scores twice in overtime. West comes up, I would say, on the 6-inch line short.
Wow.
It was inside the 1.
Wow.
So.
Well, hats off to Sevier County, though.
Yeah, hats off to Sevier County. They will be coming to Oak Ridge.
Oh, man.
Yep, Oak Ridge, Sevier County, Friday night at Blankenship. So, talk a little bit about the game. I mean, that is a hard way to end the year, hard-fought game. Whoever loses that game just, you think about it for a while and it hurts. But talk a little bit about the game if you don't mind.
You got to think about it all year is what you got to do. Like I told the coach, it's going to be a long off season.
0-0 at the end of the first quarter, right? Nobody scored in the first.
Yeah, nobody scored in the first.
Oliver Springs scores.
In the second. We got a big stop. They punt the ball to us. We get it, on our side of the field going in, and we went down and scored. We got a big catch by 11. I believe it was Jaquan that caught it. He got the first down. We went on down, and they flipped it over to the other end, and 1 yard run by Cole Jackson put us up 7-0. That's what the score was going into halftime. They come out, we get the ball, we fumble. They go in and score. Then they get the ball back, or however it went down there, and we got a big fumble and a little screen pass. We ripped it out, and that's how we made it 14-7. And then Cofield scores, goes for 2. It's 14-13.
With how much time left? 3 minutes? 4 minutes?
When we got the ball back because we got an interception there too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we had the ball. We got the ball back and basically just run it out.
2nd and 8.
Yeah.
I went back and watched the play. 2nd and 8.
Yeah.
When the unfortunate turnover happened. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hate on him. I ain't going to hate on nobody. They're kids.
It's just unfortunate that
it just happened. Shout out to the guy that Cruz Shannon that intercepted it and ran it 60 yards for the game winner.
Yeah. And he made a good play to step up in there. Because you think as the play was going to the left, everybody should have been going to the left but the lineman. Right. Just one of those crazy plays. Yeah. So, and it's just hats off to Cofield for winning that football game. Yeah. That's just 2 evenly matched teams.
Yeah, it was fun.
They could play 10 times and it might be 5-5.
Right. Unfortunately, it's 0-2.
Yes. But, this one hurts. And last year you all won this game. And I do think South Pitt's going to win.
Are they still winning?
Tonight. Yes. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
What about them Wildcats?
That's what I'm talking about.
Jet's trying to be happy for you, man, but I've been where he is. That's a tough loss. But, hey, congratulations to Oak Ridge, DJ. Talk a little bit about the Wildcats there. And I don't know if you know this or not, West just ended their season on the 6-inch line on a completion. Kid's body is in the end zone.
Man, shout out to the Cinderella team, Smoky Bears, 13-0. Hard-fought double overtime game. When you thought it was over, it kept going. One of those Buffalo Wild Wing games. Man, I couldn't watch it because I'm driving, but to listen to it, it was exciting. I feel like I was there in the atmosphere. Just a great game. Shout out to Smoky Bears, who's had an amazing season. Shout out to them. The daggone Bobcats came up short. I don't know what happened. The ball game was over in my eyes, 14-13. Driving down 4 minutes ago. I look up, watch the Wildcats, look down and see old Cruz Shannon interception, take it back, and another interception thrown by Bokey and a couple knees. Cofield takes victory. Shout out to Cofield. Great job, Cofield. I hate it for my boys in Oliver Springs, but those games right there, that Oliver Springs and Cofield game is a classic. You wouldn't expect anything different from that type of game. It went, and I'm talking about it flipped from last year. Minute and 47 seconds to go. You give the ball to Ricky Jet last year, touchdown, they win the ball game. This year it kind of flipped, interception. Cruz takes it back for a touchdown. Shout out to the one Heartbeat family out there in Cofield. And I heard Jet talking. It's going to be a long season, off season for Oliver Springs Bobcats. But still, my heart goes out to those guys, the coaches, fans. So super proud of them. So let's talk about those Oak Ridge Wildcats a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Unstoppable the whole game. It probably could have been worse than it was. 3 touchdowns called back. Had to kick a field goal 3 times, 9-0 around halftime, I believe it was, and there was nothing these Hamilton can do with Oak Ridge on either side of the ball. Played a great game. Looking forward to being in Blankenship next week versus the Cinderella team, 13-0, Smoky Bears. Roll, Wildcats, roll.
I'll tell you what, excited, here's what I'll tell you. I'm excited. I thought, they'd probably could pull footage. I thought I told y'all here I would be shocked if Oak Ridge was not hosting a semifinal game about week 4, week 5.
You said it
right here and said that.
For sure.
However, I will tell you, you are getting ready to play the best quarterback you've played all year.
And a great wide receiver, number 21, I believe it was. Kid had 15 catches tonight.
Yeah. He plays a little H-back for them, but it goes kind of over to the tight end. And they put him in a lot of different areas. And, he's a good football. He's just good. But I think the story of the night for Sevier County is I am shocked how good Sevier County's defense was against West's run game. West has been just running it down people's throats.
Right. And
Sevier County basically said, hey, DJ. They basically said, hey, West quarterback, beat me.
You're right.
And that's kind of what it came down to. So West
They did, man. They played great defense, man, and held West, who, not known for big plays, but to run it down your throat, control the clock, and win the games, And I told everybody, man, if you're betting against West, it's like betting against Tom Brady, in his prime. It's just something you don't want to do. But I had the Smoky Bears winning this ball game, and they came out with the victory. What was the score with Maryville and Bearden?
41-20 the last I saw. I think it was 41-13, and Bearden scored a late touchdown. I think the story of the night was Will Jones just absolutely lit it up. I think he might have had 3 or 4 touchdown passes tonight. And Maryville went down 10-7 to start the game. And then before you know it, it was 20-something to, I think it was 27-10 or 28-10 at one point in time.
Yeah, I picked Maryville on that one.
Yeah. But
wow, Maryville probably on their way back to another state championship, huh?
Well, I think they've got to play Oakland next week at Oakland. I will try to keep you updated. We've been trying to just see scores from the other time zone as they come in, but I think that will be at Oakland.
What happened in the second half with the Oak Ridge? I mean, it was 9-0 for Oak. Oak Ridge. They just opened it up.
Well, Oak Ridge could have been up about. Is it fair to say they could have been up 17-0 if they wouldn't have had a couple touchdowns called back?
That's fair. It definitely could have been 21-0, but I think 17 is a fair thing to say. Like I said, we had scored a touchdown, got called back. We had got a big first down in the red zone and got a penalty, so we forced to punt. So, not punt, kick the field goal. And it was one time that they actually stopped us, during the red zone when we had to kick the field goal. So, it definitely could have been 17-0 going into the half. The way the ending of the game went is what it looked like on our side, even though the score was low. It looked like Oak Ridge had full control the entire game, offense, defense. It's a big game for Big Tim. Shout out to Tim on defense. He had an amazing game. Shout out to Adam Washington, who caught some amazing catches today. Seen Will Presley get in for a couple plays. They threw some big bombs to Big Presley. Overthrown him a couple times, but he came up big on one, and he didn't play much, but that speed and ambition to just be a winner is still in him, and the opportunity he got, he went after it real hard. But the million porter, who I know, I call him Daylight. When that kid gets the ball, he runs hard, and when he sees Daylight, bye-bye. Good luck. Big plays, big touches for that guy. Just a sophomore making plays like that. Kid stays healthy, he's going to be something to reckon with as when he's a senior. Even going to 6A next year, the way that kid plays, I'm excited to see what Oak Ridge is going to do next year in 6A. But we won't fast forward. We're getting ready to play the Smoky Bears on Blankenship Field, baby. On Black Friday, let's get it. Let's go.
I know that's right.
That's awesome. Congratulations. Hey, I'll give you an update. Riverdale 38, Oakland 35, getting ready to go to the fourth quarter. And this is one Anderson County people are listening for. Macon County is up over White County 35-19. White County has it inside the 10. So that's 35-19. Macon County upset Upperman last week.
Wow.
And I say upset.
Yes, we was thinking Upperman was on their way in.
Well, I went back and looked. Macon County played them really close the first time and then beat them the second time.
Got you.
So,
Speaking of Anderson County, I was watching the game as much as I could. I was watching 3 games at one time, trying to keep up with everything. Seen them up 21-14, then they punted in 27, I think 28-14. What was that final score?
The final score for Anderson County, I think, was it 28-14? Yeah, 28-14. DJ, the turning point in the Anderson County game tonight, I didn't watch any of the first half. I went to got there about 9 minutes ago in the third quarter, and it's 4th and about 15, I think, or 4th and 13, so right around there, and Greenville throws a halfback pass for a touchdown.
Man, it's crazy.
Wow.
And to go up 21-7, I know the official that was on our side, he calls illegal procedure. We're running it right now. You can't see it. So right there's the 3, 4, 5, 6. There's the 7-man on the line of scrimmage. No, wrong play. So it's a play after, because like I said, I walked in with 9 minutes to go.
Right.
I got a pretty good memory, don't you?
Yeah, you got a good one.
So, and we're watching a play live here at DJ. I know you can't see it, but so I'll give it to you. It's actually 4th and 19 from the 21-yard line, and they line up here. So let's see. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They don't have anybody on the line of scrimmage up top. He was right.
Right. Oh, good catch.
Unbelievable throw, unbelievable catch, touchdown, called back. He was right. They only had the 6 net.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a play.
So they go trips. They go trips at the top of the screen, and they had nobody on the line. None of the 3 were on the line of scrimmage. Is that what you just saw?
I just seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice play, but
Nice play, but they were not lined up right. Somebody didn't line up right.
Yeah, up 21-7.
It had to
right
be
there.
the inside guy, right?
Yeah.
The inside guy's got to be on the line of scrimmage because the other 2 can't be covered.
Yeah.
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 And what game is that?
That's Anderson County. That's the Anderson County Greenville game we were telling you. I wanted to go back to see if it was a legal formation. The Greenville sideline was going crazy, and that would have went up 21-7. That I don't know if that wins the game, but it definitely changes the game
Well, yeah, like you said, they're going to run the ball.
because Greenville runs the ball so much. Hey, give us a call back. We've got a couple people on hold. DJ, give us a call back, and we'll hear a little bit more about it, and we'll find out for sure who Maryville's playing and a couple other things. Okay, buddy?
Hook 'em. Roll Wildcats, roll.
He
One
said-
heartbeat. We'll see you.
See you, buddy. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Yes.
Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, I was calling in about the Oliver Springs game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can't hear you. You might want to mute your TV and just talk to us on the phone.
Yeah, is this Jonathan?
Yeah. Hey, buddy. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing all right. I was just going to tell you, I watched that Oliver Springs Coalfield game tonight, and it was unbelievable. Just unbelievable finish. Oliver Springs had it, or you thought they had it, and then the quarterback throws one into the pile, and Coalfield intercepts and runs it back about 70 yards for the winning score.
Yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable play. I watched it and watched the highlight of it and watched it again and tried to figure out exactly what was going on, and it kind of even looked like something started wrong even, just the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't even know why, they run a play with the quarterback going back. All they had to do was just run the clock out there, and they had the game. But I guess 16, 17-year-old boys make mistakes, and that was a big one.
Yeah, I don't know what the play call was. It looked like somebody went the wrong way, and then it was just kind of helter-skelter, if you would.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say, Jet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about what it looked like to me also. But that was a heartbreaker for Oliver Springs.
It was.
And right there, we had it right there. I mean, if you just go down, They still got to call timeout right there.
Yeah, if you go down, it's third and 10.
That would have been their last timeout.
Oh, it was their last timeout?
Oh, it would have been, yeah.
So they only had one timeout when the turnover happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we take the sack there, maybe they call timeout, maybe they don't.
Did it look like to you, Jet, that it was a run play called?
I'm pretty sure it was a run
just
call
looked-
play, but I
something
think he
looked
had
weird.
to. I think he read something.
Yeah, they really didn't have any reason to be throwing the ball there. Just, kind of run the clock out, and it would have been over. But it's the way it goes sometimes, I guess.
It does, and it's unfortunate because, and I've said this before, it's always hard to end your season.
Yeah.
But it makes it so much harder for these young men and their families and the coaches when you end your season against a rivalry that you felt like it just slipped out of your hands.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel bad for the most, and I've watched them seniors all the way up. I mean, they've played against Jackson, with Jackson, all of it. I've seen them all come up, and it's a good group of kids.
How many seniors is in that group, Jet?
I believe there was 9.
9.
Yeah.
A lot of them starters.
4 linemen, running back, another running back.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough to.
Is Cofield
they're
senior
gonna-
related as well? Or they're a little younger?
They got a few seniors they're going to lose, but they bring back the bunch, Jaden Bunch and
Quarterback back?
No, he's not back.
He graduates.
Yeah,
He'll be playing baseball next year in college, won't he?
yeah.
Yeah, and it's a heck of a rivalry. It's a heck of a game. We are blessed to have community football in our area. Even Anderson County, as big as they are, 4A, and all the way down to the Coalfield, Auburn Springs. We're blessed to have good community football. Sevier County is another example. That is a community football team.
Right.
Auburn Springs, that's the heartbeat. You take Auburn Springs High School, Auburn Springs football out of there. It's a different story.
Right, and you got to think of how much talent is right there within 5 minutes of each other.
Absolutely.
And that's 2 football teams, and basically neighbors.
But the worst thing that could ever happen in any imagination, you can ask anybody from Lake City, is some kind of consolidation down there of Morgan County and Rowan. Just leave that all alone and let
leave
them
it alone.
continue to be small and
Yes.
and have pride in the community.
Yeah, we just built a brand new school on. Let's leave it the way it is.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. So where South Pitt is putting it on Clay County.
Yeah, and I don't think, and I was going to tell Jet this, I don't necessarily think this is the same South Pitt team
It's not.
that rolled in here early this year.
Well, they got all their kids are eligible now that they had sent on the sideline all year.
Oh, is that what happens,
Yeah,
eligibility?
Well, I mean, they also good too. I mean, they're 8-2 or now whatever they are now. But the only loss of 2 games was Auburn Springs' first game in Squatchy County. I mean,
Yeah,
and they're rolling.
it's crazy.
Did Whitwell, did they beat them by a point, or did they beat Whitwell by a point? I know that was a close game.
They beat Auburn Springs beat Whitwell by a point, but South Pittsburgh beat them by like 40.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I was
And then
thinking
Whitwell, I
about
think,
y'all.
lost their quarterback last week to a broken leg. Something happened to him last week. So that's when they lost.
Well, I'll let you guys go. I was just going to tell you an update on the Tennessee basketball tonight. They're red hot, and they're blowing out Baylor.
Awesome.
That Tennessee basketball team, they're solid. That 7 that plays for them, I watched them last night on mute. But 7 that plays for them, these announcers sometimes, they don't have a clue. And then when they talk, they want to blame the coach or the official. I'm like, would you just let us watch the game?
Yeah, just watch the ball.
Yeah,
game.
first off, you aren't a coach. Second off, the coaches aren't trying to lose.
Right.
So, hey, I appreciate our phones. It's lit up like a Christmas tree, and it's not even Thanksgiving yet. So, hey, appreciate you watching all year, and have a great Thanksgiving.
Thank you, buddy.
You too. Thanks, guys.
Yes, sir.
See you.
Go ahead, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Jet, what happened?
Huh?
What happened, Jet?
We threw a pick there late, and they took it back 60 yards for a touchdown. And then we got the ball back and was going down the field and threw another little pick there. Cornerback made a good play. Shout out to Lane Adcock, 2 picks tonight.
Hey, caller, whoever I hung up on, I'm sorry. Call back and we'll get you on here because you were on hold the whole time. You weren't on hold, were you?
I was on hold.
Oh, okay. I didn't hang up on you. Oh, okay. I got you. Big win for the Wildcats. Blankenship Field next Friday night. First time they've been in a semifinal game since 2020. I don't know if they hosted that year or not, but big game coming
They did.
up.
They hosted South Doyle. When
South Doyle
had that real, huh?
South Doyle had the young kid, the running back.
Yeah, the really stud running back.
Gotcha. So big win
I
there.
Jed, I was watching that I was watching that game, and I thought y'all had it. I was rooting for y'all, and then I saw that debacle happen, and I was like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't either.
Like, it's never one person's fault.
No.
The loss of the game, but that's a tough pill to swallow. That is.
Yeah, and the bad part about it is he's a young man, and he's a great young man, and things happen, you know what I mean? And I just hope he don't beat himself up too bad. Come back ready to go for the spring.
I dare say that is a program backbreaker for a while. That was rough. I'm not even an Auser, and I'm still feeling it for you guys. Like I can't imagine losing that way. That sucks. That sucks a lot. So.
Anderson County Founds, Macon County 35, White County 19. Anderson County will be traveling about 2.5 hours to a different time zone to play Macon County at Macon County.
Wow.
So last year was the first time, I think, and I don't want to say this wrong, I think the first time in about 11 or 12 years that someone from this region up here did not play in the state championship game.
Wow.
And last year, if you remember, Upperman went to Greenville and won on a Friday night. So this year, Anderson County will be traveling to Macon. Mm-hmm. Before I walked on the field of Anderson County, I would have thought Anderson County would have went down there, or whoever won that game would have gone down there and smoked them. But that game tonight, I don't know. It was not a normal Greenville-Anderson County game.
Right.
I've watched a lot of Greenville-Anderson County and Greenville-Elizabeth and Elizabeth-Anderson County. That to me, and I'm not taking anything away from any kid,
right,
but I don't think that is the cream of the crop of those programs' teams. Is that fair to say? Is that the best way to say that?
Yeah.
And I'm not taking anything away.
I'm taking away from there.
Yeah.
You know,
neither one of their regions were any good.
No.
And it just, I don't know. They're not where they were 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago.
Right. Well, I mean, you got that probably a little curve there, you know.
And there were special teams back then too.
Yeah, there were some special teams.
It's probably not fair.
It all came together at once for them, you know.
They did, unfortunately, because Anderson County could have won 2 state championships if Ballard was 2 years older.
Well, what about the year that what was the quarterback's name? Towards ACL during the game.
Oh, Stanton Martin.
Yeah. I mean,
if him and Ballard were not the same age, they both win state championship and probably both win Mr. Footballs.
Right.
He's the best quarterback I've watched play at Anderson County.
Oh, yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Who does Oak Ridge play next week?
Sevier County.
Oak Ridge plays Sevier County.
Sevier County?
Sevier County. Best quarterback you've watched all year, so you need to show up and watch him.
All right.
Yeah, a Division I talent. I think he's thrown about 41 touchdown passes and 1 interception all year.
Wow.
Ooh.
I remember it was 34 touchdowns and then he threw a pick.
That's right, 34 touchdowns. I think he threw, well, tonight, I guess overtime counts. So, yeah, I don't think he threw a pick tonight. But, yeah, that 5A football.
Who's in the region?
What's that?
Who's in their region?
Who's in Sevier County's region?
County. Yeah.
That's at Morristown East, Morristown West, all up that
Volunteer.
direction. So their region is about like Oak Ridge. Yeah, neither one of their regions are as good as Powell and West and those teams, but their region's about like an Oak Ridge.
And that region just got out of hand.
That region got out of hand.
So I feel sorry for some of the smaller or the lower schools in that one.
Yeah, somebody asked me the other day if you had the Oak Ridge job right now and you had a chance to take 2 or 3 other jobs, what would you do? And I said, well, if I was happy at Oak Ridge, I'd stay at Oak Ridge.
Right.
But if not, it's not a good job anymore.
Yeah, well.
And I never thought you'd say that about Oak Ridge.
Right.
But look at what they're about to play.
Well, I've heard rumors that he's not real happy, but
He's going to the semifinals.
right. That's
Yep.
what he does.
Going to the semifinals. He's been successful everywhere he's been.
And I found out earlier today that, and I know it's just off the subject a little bit, but Midway and Oakdale both got denied for they wanted to go to a different region.
Well, all right, boys. Good luck. Where's Pendergrass?
He's on his way back from watching Oak Ridge. His son plays for Oak Ridge, and most true fans would know that, but he is on the way back from the Oak Ridge game.
Chaz Leonard has 25 first half points, by the way, for Vol basketball.
Lanier?
Lanier, yes.
Yeah,
Wow.
Same thing. I got you. All right, buddy. Have a good one. Good hearing from you. I was about to put your picture out down here at the red light. You've been missing in action for so long. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, good evening, guys.
Good evening.
Well, the Bulldogs didn't have quite enough to get over the hump with Maryville.
No, I don't think that upset many people either.
No.
How did their top recruits do this year?
Here we go. Yeah.
Not good enough is what I would say. On the pike. That's what their shirts say, the pike.
Well, thankfully, recruiting season starts tomorrow at the Rocky Top League.
That's right.
Right, that is
Battle
this
Rocky
weekend,
Top.
ain't it?
It starts tomorrow. It probably started tonight at Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yes.
Or
It
wherever
sure
they
did.
go.
That's where they do it.
Yeah.
It used to at East Town Mall, but they moved it over to Dick's.
Yeah, they ain't got no East Town Mall. They did it at the Prime, Amazon Prime Center over there now.
I remember the first year we went, it was over there on Western Avenue at this little bitty, like a little sports complex thing right there.
Yeah.
You know, right there in the Malfunction Junction area of it, but it was a mess.
It'd be an interesting article, though. They ought, at the end of every year, like take their top 5 recruits and like do a story on that, on how they actually did that season. Be interesting.
Right. I'd like to read it.
Well, I know a guy that owns a website, but I don't know if they can post that.
So what's the prediction on Sevier County, Oak Ridge next week?
I think, and we'll listen to Coach Ring a little bit later. I know they're on the way back and probably excited, but I think the biggest thing that you've got with that football game is Oak Ridge is going to face the best quarterback they faced all year in Sevier County. Kid's a sophomore running back or a quarterback. He threw 34 touchdowns before he threw his first interception. And last week I highlighted the pass before his interception was about a 45-yard bomb. It hit the kid in the hands. The next pass he throws an out route that was tipped, intercepted.
Oh.
And then tonight he threw, I think, for about 3 more touchdowns. So he's nearing 40-to-1 ratio.
Wow. Sophomore.
So
I guess
and then you got
game.
Presley back. I don't know if you heard, caller. Presley's the best wide receiver for Oak Ridge. Well, most explosive.
Right.
Brings a lot of speed. He played some plays tonight. Oak Ridge looked pretty good. So if I had to pick right now, I pick Sevier County next week in a like a 31-28 ball game, 31-21 type ball game.
Sounds about right.
Well, it's going to be a good one. I remember, was it after that Powell game earlier this year where, I mean, it was a therapy session on here. Everybody calling in, crying and whining. You told them to just stick with it.
Stick with it. He'll be 5-2 in the semifinals. Everybody just chill out.
Yeah. You called it.
Yeah. So, and you can go ahead.
You were all over that one. No, you were all over that one.
I think the biggest thing is what you see about high school sports. And unfortunately for Oliver Springs and Cofield, it goes the other way. Like, no matter who wins that game, you're like, oh, crap, we face, South Pitt.
Right.
Well, for Oak Ridge, it was the opposite this year. Like, if we can just stay healthy and try to maintain through the playoffs, the semifinals is a very obtainable goal because you're going to play Chattanooga teams.
Yep.
And anytime you're going to play Chattanooga teams or North City down in that area, you got to feel good about it.
Yep.
Now, next year, caller, it changes. Next year, it's a totally different animal. So it'll be interesting to see. But, I mean, I'm not saying Oak Ridge is going to get blown out or they don't have a chance. I just feel like the better and Stansbury's a good quarterback, but that quarterback is really good, and Sevier County's offense is really good.
Yeah.
But more importantly, their defense showed us tonight they could stop the run against West.
Yeah, Oak Ridge has got a tough fight ahead.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think I switched over real quick and watched a little bit of the CPA Boyd Buchanan game, and CPA looks impressive again. I'm not so sure they're not a top 10 team in the state, regardless of classification. They're good.
They are very good, and they're moving up next year. Telis Belay in the private school put in a success rule for the large division, for the second and third division, or first and second division, excuse me, and they've won so many consecutive. They are bumping up to play with Baylor and McCallie and Brentwood Academy.
Yeah, I talked to somebody about who they're all playing, and every time you say CPA, they're like, well, that's over.
Yeah, Division II AAA state championship game is Baylor and McCallie again.
Oh.
So that's two schools down there right next to each other, boarding schools.
Right.
And they're just playing again. Number 4 seed Springfield upset number 1 seed Beach. I just got that text. So Beach got upset tonight, which that's 5A football.
Right.
So
5A, yeah.
if you're Sevier County or Oak Ridge, it keeps looking good for you.
Yeah, it keeps going.
Oakland 42, Riverdale 38. That is Maryville's opponent next week, and that's the fourth quarter with 7:40 to go.
Oh, wow. They're
So-
fun to watch.
Yeah. And I think Maryville has to go to Middle Tennessee this year. I think this is the year they've got to go that way.
Yeah, they're on the. Is it the odd and even thing?
I think so.
Yeah, so they're even. I think we had to go on the road. We'd have been.
You'd been going to. Yeah.
Wherever. South Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
which is a tough place to play.
Well, good deal. Well, guys, y'all take it easy and talk to you next week.
All right. Thank you, bud.
See.
All right. We've not taken a commercial break, and we've been going for about 35 straight minutes. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. Congratulations again to Coalfield, to Anderson County, to Maryville, Oak Ridge, and Sevier County. I've got Sevier County people texting me right now. I think they like it when we pick against them better than we pick for them.
Right.
So, because I kind of thought West would win that football game. I didn't think.
I did too.
After watching last week, Sevier County could stop the run against West, but they found a way.
Right.
They won a game down 2 scores with less than 4 minutes, and now they've won one in double overtime.
Well, you got to think they just beat the 2-time defending champs and probably 3 out of the last 5 state championships. Powell right there. I mean,
Yeah.
hats off to them.
Yep, absolutely.
I mean, that's a great season right now. If they go any further, it's even better.
Yep, absolutely. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break here on the Free Medical Center Friday night scoreboard. Free medical clinic, anyway. It's getting late.
Yeah. It's been a long season.
It's been a long season, and DJ's not here to run the show. Right. So, all right, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and I think when we get back, we'll have Queener, we'll have Jesse, we'll have Coach Ring. I just actually text Coach Lambert. I will say this. Coach Lambert has changed the personality of the Maverick defense.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OAB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
Get ready for the ultimate celebration at the Free Medical Clinic of Oak Ridge, New Year's Eve 2025 countdown. First ever ice skating rink. Live bands rocking the stage. On December 31st at AK Bissell Park, Oak Ridge. Food trucks. This is free to the public because of our amazing event sponsors. Bring your lawn chairs. Ring in the new year with your family and friends. Enjoy spectacular fireworks show that will light up the sky. Don't miss the grand finale, the epic T-Cat Harriman, one-of-a-kind atomic ball drop at midnight. For more information, go to fmcor.org.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
What does strength in numbers mean to you? At Covenant Health, it means we see nearly 2.2 million visits annually. It means our 13,000 dedicated experts are all working together for a common goal. With over 150 locations throughout East Tennessee, you'll always find an open door to care, because we are committed to being the first, best, and strongest choice for the one number who matters most. You. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours.
1 in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's 1 person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Medic Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Medic has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
I wanted to continue my education after high school, but my family and I didn't think we could afford it. Then I found out that Roane State has the options to make college possible. Now I'm pursuing my dreams and will make my family and community proud.
Kathy Mae Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy Mae Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
And welcome back to the free medical clinic Friday night scoreboard. We got somebody in South Dakota watching.
That's good.
I couldn't figure out where Ella was tonight. Ella's in South Dakota. So, anyway, that is a cool. The noise at the Anderson County game from behind, the speakers and all that, it's not cool.
Right.
The dog and the fireworks, that's awesome.
Right.
But the noise, and it don't really affect the game in the high school. It's not like it's constant noise.
Right.
But boy,
it's loud, huh?
it's annoying because I'm a fan and I'm over there like, oh my goodness. But it's not like, I mean, like Greenville was just hollering the plays in and they weren't having problems with crowd noise. It's just noise. Right. Yeah, but the dog and the fireworks, it's amazing.
Yeah, they love it though.
Yeah, I've not got to see the fireworks from tonight, but I mean that's all just cool. The atmosphere's cool with all that stuff.
For a high school, or 4A high school.
Yeah, exactly.
They got it together out there, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Ella won't be back in town till December 1st. I said, you'll be all right. you won't have to be there till the state championship game. I don't see Anderson County going down to Macon County and losing. That Strickland kid they got's a football. He's good.
Yeah.
He is good.
Is that number 19?
Yes, 19. Yeah, 19.
Yeah.
He's good.
I've seen him all the way up through.
Have you?
Yeah, went Lake City.
A good football player. He is. And LaRue's fast, but Strickland makes it go on both sides.
Basketball too. Pretty
Yeah,
good.
Strickland reminds me a little bit of Val. Without Val, that state championship team's not as good. Even though No just ran the ball, and they could do all that, but without him, because they doubled him and all that stuff. Without Strickland.
Wasn't he? He's the one that had that pick. I can't remember which game it was.
Yeah,
that turned the game around.
You're right. I can't remember. I think somebody called in and talked about that. Her. Queen Bee.
What's down, guys?
Oh, not much.
The spirits of the Bobcats. That's what's down.
Understand? Here's your little history lesson. South Pitt win tonight.
Yes.
Team Cofield's never beat.
Yeah, 0-8, I think.
Yeah, never. And I watched the game tonight and got a little history lesson from Brad and the guys tonight. So they've never beat South as one of 4 teams they've never beat. Is that game at Cofield or they got to go to South Pitt?
South Pitt. It's at South Pitt.
That's a tough place to go play, too.
Yes, it is.
Good luck down there. Whoever's got to go down there, but good luck to Cofield. So, guys, it's hard to believe it's over, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's hard to believe it. Goes fast. As my wife said.
It goes fast. It does. It's long when it starts in August, but this is always a good time of year right here because there's usually a lot of happy people and there's a lot of sad people, too. So a lot of hard work went into all year long, and I'll leave it by saying this. I tried to tell you guys last week that SMU and BYU be in the college football playoffs, and y'all laughed at me. Tennessee don't hang 30 on their team this week and hang 30 on Vanderbilt. They ain't got a chance. They'll be on the outside looking in, going to the Liberty Bowl probably.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, go to Citrus Bowl.
Yeah, well, Citrus Bowl, whatever.
Spell it without UT.
I'm going to go the other route, and you can call me out next year if you remember. I'm going to go the other route.
I'll remember.
I think Tennessee will make playoffs.
Wow.
If they win out. I don't know that they're going to beat Vandy, but I think Tennessee makes the playoffs if they win out.
I can see that.
There's too many things that I think it's got to happen because, if SMU beats Miami, then that takes Miami, that puts them back over on the other side and puts SMU into one of those bye games. So there's some things that's really got to happen for Tennessee. I mean, Tennessee's not really the first team out. They're more like the second team out if you really want to look at it the way I looked at it anyway, even though they said they're the first team out. I don't believe that. I believe they're more like the second team out. But there's some things that's got to happen. I think the question to ask, if Ohio State hangs 50 on Indiana tomorrow, does that knock Indiana out with one loss?
I was just fixing to ask that. How bad of a loss do they have to be kicked out of it?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a score loss as much as the committee looks at the game and watches it, and it's not competitive.
Right.
And here's the reason I say that.
That's all they got, really.
Here's the reason I say that. Ohio State has not put up a lot of points against many teams this year.
Right.
So let's ask this: what if Indiana beats Ohio State tomorrow? Is Ohio State out of it?
Out.
Yeah, they got to be out.
Think they're out?
I think they're out.
See, that's where it gets complicated with Tennessee. I really think Tennessee's got to win impressively tomorrow, and they got to win impressively at Vanderbilt. And I'm like you. I don't know if Tennessee can go down and beat Vanderbilt. I think they can, or they should anyway, but I don't know if they can or not.
I'll tell you another interesting one's Texas A&M at the end of the season.
Hey, David.
That's another thing. What happens to Texas A&M and Texas? The Texas A&M. I mean, do they play their way into March? That's what I'm saying, Cox. There's a lot of scenarios here.
There's a lot. And I think they've already made the announcement they're changing to 14 teams in 2 years when the contract's up or whatever.
Really?
They're already talking about re-advising it already. So it would take your top 14, whatever they are. That conference stuff is out.
Yeah, the Big 12 having a team in the championship guaranteed is a shame.
Yeah, because you want to be the 5 seed to play
that's
that.
where I was telling you last week. That's where that 5th team comes in and made it a little difficult on whoever, whether it been Tennessee or whoever, got knocked down. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting to watch y'all play. Hey, guys, I've enjoyed watching this year. Good Lord willing, the creek don't rise. I'll try to watch next year, too.
Hey, Dave, before you go, Oakland 49, Riverdale 46.
Wow.
Final, Maryville goes to Oakland again.
Well, that's another team. Speaking of Maryville and Oakland, you usually don't pick against Maryville, but when Maryville goes to Oakland, it's usually a long bus ride home for them, or it has been recently anyway.
Recently.
Right.
Yep.
I have seen Maryville play just a little bit on TV this year. I don't know, if they're fully 100% back to what the old Maryville used to be. I'd say hopefully it'll be a competitive ball game. Hopefully Maryville comes, wins and comes back, and we got another team from East Tennessee. So I think we're guaranteed one at least. Alcoa's probably sitting there for sure. So,
oh yeah.
And I don't know about Oak Ridge and Sevier County. I'm not really impressed with Sevier County. I mean, they got a good young quarterback, but I don't know. I don't know. There's something about them that's I'm not impressed with them yet. So I don't know what it is. West didn't look good tonight to me. They're a player short right now, and I'm not going to say what position it is. They're a player short.
We're all on that, the same page.
We've been on that one since week 1 or 2 when he gave the old push pass to the running back going in the flat that was wide open to win the game.
Yeah, and if he just puts a little bit more air under the ball tonight, I mean, they could still be playing as far as that goes. I mean, it could have went to 3 overtimes over there because it was close with the guy being in the end zone anyway. I mean, that was really close. I mean, that call could have went either way. And it went one way, but it could have went the other way as well as it went that he's on the 6-inch line or whatever. So I thought he might have scored the way the knees come down, but maybe not. So.
Hey, David, I got a buddy that told me, he said, tell everybody at East Tennessee it don't matter who wins the Sevier County Oak Ridge game. He said, my friends from Page have given up 24 points all year.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And tonight they gave up 6. They'd given up 18 going into tonight's game. 18 total points.
Wow.
Wow. So if Anderson County wins next week, who's left on the other side of that bracket? Who's left? Do we know?
Macon. So Anderson County goes to Macon. On the other side of the 4A bracket, you have Pearl Cone, I think Pearl Cone was the favorite over there to win tonight. I do not know who they played.
I thought I seen on Coach T that Pearl Cone got beat. Maybe I looked at that wrong. I might have looked at that wrong, too. So
I'll give you an update. My bracket is not updated. I've got the 4A bracket right here. We'll probably post this in just a second as the show goes on. But I thought, for some reason,
and maybe I looked at
I
it
know
wrong.
Dyer County.
I thought it was the final and somebody else. But I have enjoyed the show, guys, and I'll talk to you later, bud.
All right, buddy. See you,
buddy.
And maybe they did get beat by Marshall County, but I thought they'd won. 4A playoff bracket. When we get a chance, pop that up for the people from Anderson County and Mr. Queener, because he is a diehard Maverick. He loves the Mavs. I tell you what. Explain to the people, and I've got a guy just text me about this. Explain to the people the atmosphere and just everything that's around that game before and during at Oliver Springs tonight, Oliver Springs Coalfield.
Oh man, the atmosphere it's unmeasurable. It's all you talk about all week. Everybody at work, hey, you think you're gonna get them this time? Then you got to, because what happens is you're a rival, but you grow. You're so close. You grow friends with these guys. I've played against some of these guys out here, and it's just like from the moment you get there, everybody's calling, "Hey, where you at?" If they ain't seen you yet, the Jets got to be here. They'll ask me, "Hey, you getting here at 4:00?" Well, no, I'll be there at 4:30 because I don't get off at 4. You know, and both communities love their teams. I mean, there's no doubt in that, and it's a hate, but it's a respect. You know, and both teams respect each other, but we don't like each other.
Yeah.
You know, like their head coach won't even say our name. You know,
Really?
I've never
So
heard.
it's like
him
the
say.
Michigan Auburn. That's how he treats
Yeah,
it.
the way I look at it is it's a clean old-fashioned hate, but respect.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a lot like there's nothing going on. You know, it's two small towns anyways. We don't have got a lot going on anyways. But I mean, it's shut down. It's everybody's there, and if they're not, they're watching it on TV at home.
Yeah, and Sleepy, here's what I'll tell you. What you can't see that shot, and I've got another shot, is you can't see if he actually controls the football when it's near the line that you sent me. And I know you're listening. So my point is, if you look at that shot and you can see the white part of the football, you cannot tell if he is controlling the football in that shot.
Oh, wow.
So, and that's right on the line. That is really
Right,
close.
yeah,
like you can't say, I can't even say that's 6.
Right.
From that angle.
I don't want to call that.
But what I can tell you is, if the quarterback throws a good pass,
It's
we
a
still got,
touchdown.
they're going to another. They're going to another overtime.
Yeah, definitely.
But I've got another shot where you can also see that as he's got his hands on the ball comes up out of his hands and he pins it against his body.
Oh.
So and the official would see that from that angle.
Right.
So I'm much aside on the official. It's like when they were blowing me up a couple years ago, and I thought Anderson Cuddy got a terrible call.
Right.
And then we had a camera angle where the guy never touched down from West.
Wow.
So, and
that's close.
And
That's
then
right there.
yeah, and then benefit of the doubt tonight on the illegal procedure. I mean, sure enough.
Wow. Yeah.
It was.
I mean, what's the number one thing a wide receiver does? Points.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see none of that. I just seen them lining up.
That's right. They got excited. They knew.
Excited. They knew they had the right play, and obviously they had the right play. It was scored.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the right call, right play, right time to run it. Just got to get on the line.
Yeah, absolutely. Pearl-Cohn, Marshall County, 21-21 in the first overtime.
Right now.
Right now.
Oh, wow.
It's great football. This is the best round of the year.
It is.
Yeah, the semifinals sometimes cannot be as close as the quarterfinals.
Right.
But I've texted Coach Gillum and I've texted Coach Lambert, so see if we can get one of them to call in. But you know, it's all in all, as you were saying, it's a respect and all that. But they know each other. They've known each other forever.
Yeah, they've been playing against each other since they were 4. I mean, and you know, like, there's a kid come in here and there. My son played at a different youth club, but he played against all of them. And then they joined together, and you know, of course, you got the social media. They're back and forth on that. Some of it's funny, some of it ain't. But it's just, they got to respect. Like, at the end of the game, all throughout the game, they're against each other. And of course, you're going to have enemies, but they're all shaking hands and talking and walking off the field together. You know, I mean, we're literally go to the same food city.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's a heartbreaker.
Yeah, everybody stops at the same gas station. Orange Springs gets the biscuit on the way to work. You know, we're going to talk about it Monday.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something else. You know, and that's even closer than the Oak Ridge Clinton rival. That's even closer than the Clinton Anderson County rival. That's what people don't understand, is just how close that is.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally 4 minutes.
To talk a little bit about it, I was at a school today. Is Oneida getting a new football coach?
I don't know. I ain't heard that yet.
Gotcha. I don't want to. I just heard today.
I put it on Coach T and see if they buy it. There's some Oneida guys get on there a lot.
Yeah. And we're not going to hear from Jesse tonight. He's extremely busy. He's trying to get all these wrap-ups and get final scores from, you know, the other side of the state and keep up. And he's keeping me up as we move along here.
Yeah.
But we're not going to be able to hear from him.
That's all right, yeah.
So I tell you what, I know the news is getting ready to come on. We'll take another commercial break. We'll come back and hopefully we'll get Coach Ring, maybe Coach Gillum and Coach Lambert on the line, and see if we can talk to those guys. Chan, man, can we get I don't know if he's in a spot where we can take a commercial break. What do you think about, and we'll talk about this while we're waiting on him. I told you CPA's moving up, because of the success.
Right.
What if they did that in public school?
Man, there'd be a lot. Alcoa definitely go up. I mean, that's a definite go up. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I really feel like in our region, single A, if we had to go to double A in, let's say, the one Wartburg just came from, that's Oneida's. I think we're
fine.
I think we're fine there.
Yeah.
I mean, York's going to be tough. York's a pretty good football team. But we played them on that 7-on-7 over the summer, and I mean, I think it was 4-1. I don't know how they score all that, but it's.
Yeah, and Grace hammered York pretty good, and they're still playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Grace, we played with them for a little bit in the scrimmage, but of course they're bigger. Whatever. But,
yeah. And that's why those teams like that need to get out of your all's division. Back when they played 2A football and they dominated, they need to get out of that division.
Well, and I really feel bad. I don't know. I really feel bad for Midway and Oakdale because they petitioned to get out of the region, and they want to be competitive. And I'm not taking anything away from Midway. Midway would have beat anybody in Region 1. They would have been in the second round for sure. But they wanted to go down. They offered to go to South Pittsburgh's region.
And they didn't let them.
No. And Oakdale wanted to go to Clay County's.
They denied everybody's moves.
They denied them, yeah.
But Sunbright
got to go
because they did it before the alignment.
Right.
They didn't appeal. They had just requested beforehand.
Plus, it would have been a 9-team region.
Right. And just like I was saying before.
Somebody had to go.
I mean, it's like tonight I talked to the Greenville basketball coach. He's the athletic director up there. He's only got 4 teams in his district for basketball. He said, why is Cott County not in ours and have a 5-team region? And why is Cott County in Fulton and Austin East in a 6-team?
Wow.
So Cott County has to come to Fulton, Austin East instead of playing
where they're at.
The Greenville area up there. And and my answer was the only thing I could think of is Cott County is closer to Northview than it is any school in the other region.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think we got Coach Benson on the line. Coach Rain can't call. They're stuck on a back road.
Coach Napier's on line 1. I told us.
Coach Napier, congratulations on a big win tonight and moving on to the semifinals.
Oh, thank you. Hard-fought win tonight.
That's a heck of a ball game.
It was. I mean, you had 2 of the top teams in 1A battling tonight. Both teams left everything on the field. Incredible atmosphere, incredible football game. Very fortunate we came out on top tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had a lot of calls, a lot of texts. Just these schools are so close, and it means so much. And as I said earlier, whoever loses that football game, you're not only losing a huge, meaningful, game that puts yourself in the history books, but you're losing to your rival, if you would.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what, that's each place's biggest rival. And it don't matter. It's a pride game. If we played and we were both 0-9 at the end of the regular season, that game would mean a ton to both places. But just to add the stakes of the night, knowing the winner moves on, one of the final 4 left in 1A, keeping that chance to get to Chattanooga alive. Incredible stakes, incredible ball game. Hats off to them. They played their tails off. Our kids, the fight they had was incredible, and just never giving up, making a play when we needed one to, win a football game.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Coach. And obviously, in the game like that, talk about a few of your kids. That's a grinded-out win right there. 2 defenses obviously performed very well. Talk about a few of your players.
Oh, well, Lane Adcock, we singled him up a lot tonight. He responded with 2 picks, including the one to seal the game with 43 seconds left. He had an incredible night. Eli Justice had an incredible night on the edge. Cam Greer outside on the edge. Thought our defensive line played their tails off. And Cruz Shannon, he's a kid that gets overlooked a lot. Came out of nowhere, makes a pick 6 to win the football game. Absolutely incredible kid, incredible play he made. Defensively, I think we played our tails off. We gave up 2 short field drives to them to give up the 2 scores, but just anybody that played on our defense tonight played their tail off, had an incredible game. Offensively, we were a little out of rhythm, a little out of sync, and that's a credit to them, the defensive game plan they had. That was a defensive war tonight, and we were fortunate to come out on top.
Absolutely. Coach, congratulations. We appreciate you, always calling in, and congratulations on a great year, and good luck at South Pitt, and go win.
Thank you. It's always good to be practicing on Thanksgiving. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you, buddy. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, how you doing? It's Tony Lambert.
Coach Lambert, Jonathan Cox, how you doing?
Doing great. Cox, how you doing?
I'm good. For some reason, I didn't have your number, so Coach Downs, I made sure Downs we get you calling. Hey, we were just talking earlier, and the reason we want to talk to you, obviously, is, Anderson County has had a good football program for a long, long time, but you arrived back there, maybe 4 years ago, and the mindset, and Coach Spradlin will tell you this, I talked to him yesterday, the mindset of the defense and the physicality of the defense since you've been back is at a different level. Talk a little bit about just your kids and how big that win was tonight, and how good your kids played tonight to stop that running game Greenville has.
First of all, AC's been playing great football and great defense for a long time, and Coach Chadwell and Coach Sloan and those guys that have been with Coach Gillum so long have done such an unbelievable job. And even tonight, those guys they set in the box, and they just have such a great feel of what's going on, the game preparation. Our defensive staff is there's a lot of experience there amongst all that staff. And I think the one thing that our kids have done is they bought into the fact that we're trying to just play the next play. I mean, I think the biggest thing is when Coach Gillum called me and asked me to come back, he told me, he said, Coach, we need somebody on school toughness. They got all the schematics. They've got all that. They know how to do all that. And really, I'm just a big cheerleader. Try to challenge your kids and do those things and ask the kids to play hard. I think our kids respond to it. We got outstanding football coaches. Our staff is it's the best staff I've ever worked on. I'll be honest with you. We've got so much knowledge, but the biggest thing is everybody gets along, and it's a quality room full of quality people, and I think our kids reap the benefits of that.
Absolutely, and here's what I mean by that, to make sure I say it the right way. That defense took on your personality when y'all won that state championship, and I think that defense still has your personality. A lot of fire, a lot of energy, like you said, cheerleader, emotional. And I just think the defense played so hard tonight.
Well, they did. Our kids are resilient. They're like anybody else. We had our dauber down for a little bit. We had a couple coaches that got them stirred up. Russ Gillum got to challenge them. I tried to challenge him, and obviously Coach Gillum has always challenged him. And Coach Chad was a fiery guy too. That's the thing. They get it from a lot of different angles. But and while I got you on here, John Chadwell, Matt Sloan, Jonathan Cotton, Lance Barrier, Dwayne Cherry, Ryan Moog, and those guys they work so hard to pour into what those kids need, and like I said, I just try to beg them and call on them and challenge them, not just in football, but in school, how they walk the hall, pick up your garbage, do those kind of things. I think our guys do a great job of that. Coach Cherry and Coach Gillum have done such a good job there over the, Coach Gillum is he's as good a football coach I've ever been around my life. Him and John Chadwell. And Coach Terry he's like myself. He's another big cheerleader. And, they demand that stuff from those kids. And that's why I was excited to go back and be a part of it. It's been, AC is a special place. It's been special to me. It's my third stop back in there. And, I'm just thankful that they could have turned their nose up on me, but, they called off me a place, and it's just been a great marriage for all of us. I think Coach Gillum's happy with his staff right now. Got a lot of work to do. Got a tough challenge ahead of us, obviously, and our kids played hard against a really good Greenville football team tonight. I mean, Coach Brown and his staff have such a physical program there, and we're just excited tonight. Getting to practice on Thanksgiving again.
Absolutely, that's a cool thing. And what is
good.
that second time? Is that second time in 4 years that you'll be practicing on Thanksgiving? Is that correct?
Second time in 3 years.
3 years. Second time in 3 years.
Wow.
So Macon County running a wing tee, Coach. Is that what I read that somebody sent me earlier tonight?
Wing tee, the best we know. Got some option into it, and we'll try to get the film and break down. I know Coach Chadwell and Coach Sloan, them guys were even on it in the field house. I got the long haul. I get to commute back to Scott County, so I get to slip out there a little bit. Got a couple guys got to go play some college ball tomorrow, last game, and try to do that. Kid played for me the other night, Hunter Barnhart. It's his last game at Tennessee Tech, so try to go catch him. So I slipped out a little early. But yeah, Macon's a tough, gonna be a tough opponent. Talked to a few people about them. Very, very physical, run-oriented football team. Got two brothers that are just electric. And, we got a tall task ahead of us. Be playing on a natural surface for the first time all year. And so, all that stuff comes into play. But, I'm sure our guys will work hard to be ready to go. And I know our staff would work and do their job and try to be ready to have a plan. And, just thankful again, man, just to be practicing on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Coach, congratulations. You're right. Anderson County is a special place. If y'all had a good principal, it'd be the top.
He's the best, man. I tell you, he's absolutely phenomenal. Ben Downs is, and not just him, but it's him and his staff. And that's the thing. I always said about Anderson County, they'll put their differences aside to do what's best for the kids. And I can tell you, it's the best thing going. It's the best show on turf, and it's the best place to go to school. I believe that with all my heart.
Coach, congratulations and good luck in Macon County next Friday night.
Yeah, good luck.
Hey, God bless y'all. Appreciate you.
You too.
Thank you, Coach. All right, we're going to hop out of here and take a quick commercial break. Coach Lambert, and you can tell he's got a passion for Anderson County, and he's been there.
Loves it.
But like I said, he took the high road, but the personality that he has and he brings, if you go back and look at some of the years of Anderson County football, winning 5 games or 3 games, and, then you get beat by Greenville, the amount of points they were giving up then versus what they've given up the last couple of years, if you go look back, proof's in the pudding.
Right.
And when your offense don't have to score 40-something to win, it takes a little pressure off your team.
It takes a lot of pressure off, yeah.
So, but anyway, he took the high road. All right, we're going to hop out. We'll take a quick commercial break here on the Free Medical Clinic Friday Night Scoreboard.
Over 14,000 neighbors live in fear of becoming sick or injured and having to make a choice between putting food on the table or seeking medical care. The Free Medical Clinic tries to take that fear away.
What do we help them with? We help them with diabetes, hypertension, any kind of medical need that they need that's necessary. And being in a community with the African American community lets them know that we're here.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OAB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammer's popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
What is strength when you're battling cancer? Is it a shoulder to lean on? A voice of hope? Is it confidence in the most available care options? Or is it unmatched expertise answering your hardest questions? Giving you the courage to move forward. At Covenant Health, we think it means all of this and more for you. Let our strength be yours.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
1 in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's 1 person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Medic Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Medic has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
I wanted to continue my education after high school, but my family and I didn't think we could afford it. Then I found out that Roane State has the options to make college possible. Now I'm pursuing my dreams and will make my family and community proud.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
Get ready for the ultimate celebration at the Free Medical Clinic of Oak Ridge, New Year's Eve 2025 countdown. First ever ice skating rink. Live bands rocking the stage. On December 31st at AK Bissell Park, Oak Ridge. Food trucks. This is free to the public because of our amazing event sponsors. Bring your lawn chairs. Ring in the new year with your family and friends. Enjoy spectacular fireworks show that will light up the sky. Don't miss the grand finale, the epic T-Cat Harriman one-of-a-kind atomic bomb drop at midnight. For more information, go to fmcor.org.
Welcome back to the Free Medical Clinic Friday Night Scoreboard. Exciting week of football, or day of football, night of football. We've had people text us. We're sitting around here talking. Everybody thought that game was, it's good times. So can go either way there. We'll probably spend about 15 more minutes here if we don't get any more phone calls. Oak Ridge fans, we have asked Coach Rain to call in. They are on a back road. There's a wreck on 75 coming back home, and they're on back roads, and his service is not real good. So I don't know that we'll be able to hear from him tonight, but congratulations to Oak Ridge. I think Oak Ridge is the place to be next Friday night.
Yeah, I think I'll be there. And what I really want to see is how much more they use Presley. I know, obviously, you didn't have to use him much tonight, so maybe that was just hanging on to him, or like DJ called in and said he's in there for a few plays. Yeah. Missed him a couple times deep. I mean, obviously they're going to him, so they're going to have him.
Yeah, Brad, do we have an OEB game? We do. What will it be?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
It's 98% sure Macon County ASAP.
Oh, wow. That's a long way to go.
Yep.
That's late night.
Yep.
Yeah.
So. Made that trip to Mount Juliet.
What's that?
I said it's Mike Hendricks online.
Give me a horns up, Mike. Is that what you called for? A horns up?
Well, I got to give congrats out there. No doubt there. They played really well tonight there. And gosh, I thought Oak Ridge was beat up there going into the playoffs. And they got a big win tonight there. Gosh, I feel bad for Auburn Springs there. Man, I thought they had that game there.
Yeah, I
That was a
appreciate
heartbreaker.
it. They had it. It's just one of them things.
But, you know, things happen there. But, gosh almighty, I thought they had that game there. But, you know, things happen there. Where is it there, Jonathan, where Anderson County plays next week?
Anderson County goes to Macon County. Macon County is over in the Central Time Zone. That is going to be possibly we might try to get that game televised. We just got to work on a few things, but you know, it's close to Lafayette in that area, so it's a haul, and it's in.
What kind of record does Macon County have this year? Have they been pretty good?
Yeah, Macon County is pretty good. I think they might be they were 7-3 or 8-2 in the regular season. It was always between Upperman and Macon on who was going to kind of come out of that area. And then I think it's, you know, tonight Pearl Cone won in overtime. I think Pearl Cone, Dyer County will be the other two in the Final Four here. So Anderson County, as Coach Lambert said a minute ago, that's why we want to talk to him a little bit about, you know, they're facing a team that's going to be running a wing tee, and they've got two brothers that are really good players. So it's going to be a road trip, but I think the Mavericks go there and win. I know you watch every week. I don't know if y'all remember this. I think I said about week 2 or week 3. I thought Anderson County would play for a state championship game this year.
Yeah, you did.
And I thought that
the
for
way they're
several
playing
reasons.
there, I don't doubt it a bit there. Not a bit there.
Yeah.
They've been playing well there, no doubt there.
Yeah. So
they'll be playing on the road next week. I don't know, how does that work out there? Them with a better record.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with records. It rotates back and forth between regions, and that. And last year, Greenville won this area's quarterfinal game, so Upperman had to go to Greenville, and then this year it's just unfortunate. Anderson County's having to go to Macon County.
Okay, what about the Yellow Jackets there at Coalfield? Where they got to go? Are they playing at home, or they got to go on the road next week?
They got to go to South Pittsburgh.
At South Pitt?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, you know, Auburn Springs, I'm not mistaken, didn't they beat South Pitt earlier this year?
They beat them 27-7 in the first game of the season.
Yeah, wow.
But they were.
I hate that for the Auburn Springs kids there, because they had a good year there. But anyway, I want to ask you guys a little bit about, maybe a little earlier, about college football there. But I think our balls has got to have a little bit of something there to happen there for them to make the playoffs.
Yeah, it seems that way. I don't know a ton about it. I try to look at it. I think it frustrates me when I start looking at it too much. You've got a 2-loss Tennessee versus a 2-loss Alabama. Head-to-head competition doesn't matter, I guess, anymore.
I don't get that at all.
I don't get it at all either.
I'm with you on that.
I just don't understand it. And I understand Alabama beat Georgia beat Tennessee. I get all that.
And Vanderbilt beat Alabama.
Vanderbilt beat Alabama.
Yeah, no kidding there. But I read a little bit of something there about maybe if Ohio State there can put a whooping on Indiana, then maybe we need Texas to beat Texas A&M, possibly Army to beat Notre Dame. It would look better for us.
Yeah, there's a lot of football has to be played. These conference championships. I mean, I've got a buddy who's a big Bama fan, and he feels like the tiebreakers that he's looked at goes to Alabama. Well, if Alabama goes to the conference title game and loses to Texas or whoever they play, they're out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
You don't want to go to the SEC championship game.
No.
Well,
with
you
two
know,
losses.
I just feel like probably if Army even beats Notre Dame there, there'll be a 2-loss team there. This committee there, I'm sure they're going to pick Notre Dame over Tennessee.
Now I would say most years, Mike, I agree, but not with an NIU loss at home.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Oh, you think it would go the other way then?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Another thing I want to speak on, guys, and y'all can just tell me what you think about this, but with all this NIL money and stuff going out to these players, I just don't. I mean, I'm serious. I just don't think that they should be able to opt out of these bowl games and stuff there. I don't get that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They're getting paid this money to play, and then they're like, oh, well, I'm afraid I'll get hurt by playing the bowl game. I'm going to opt out. I don't think they should be able to do that.
I think start signing contracts.
Yeah.
You got to play all the games. If you want fully paid, you play all the that bowl game.
I agree 100%.
Is where you get your money too. You know, that's where we make money.
They should be able to opt out there because they're afraid of getting hurt. You're getting paid to play.
Yes. Even if you wasn't getting paid, you're getting a full ride scholarship and education. That's absolutely, and that's how your university makes money. Is the bowl gives you money, the advertisement gives you money, and you gotta. And people's got to watch it. So if they think, oh, the starting quarterback's not playing, the running back's not playing, left tackle's not playing, middle linebacker's not playing, well, I ain't watching it.
Oh, and no kidding there. I'm not either there. You know, Florida State there, they complained last year because they didn't get in, but their best player, the quarterback, was out and hurt, and they didn't make the playoffs there. And then they showed up to play with Georgia there.
Yeah.
And God, they got smoked.
Yeah, they've been getting smoked all year, so you know, they just the point keeps getting proven with them.
Yeah, no kidding there. Oh, listen, I'll leave you guys with this. Are you guys going to be back next week?
No, we will not have a show next week.
Oh, God, Jonathan, come on now.
I'm sorry. You know, with Anderson County being in Macon County and Coalfield being South Pitt, the only team that would leave us around here would be Oak Ridge at home.
And Coalfield.
Well, Coalfield goes to
South Pitt.
So.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah.
So this is the last week of you guys in?
Last week until next year.
God, well, I appreciate you guys, everything that you've done there to keep us informed with all these high school games and stuff. Sports in general there, but I want to ask you this too, Jonathan. There, I know that you're over there tied in with my old buddy Jody Wright. What's the Fulton basketball team looking like this year after the twins graduated?
Young, inexperienced.
Okay, come on now, Jody will get them ready there. You don't think you guys gonna be that good this year?
No, we'll be okay. We're just young and inexperienced. I think as the season goes on, I mean, that's why we practice for 2.5 hours a day. So,
okay. Have y'all played any games yet?
We played one game last night and lost to Hardin Valley by 5, and we play 2 games tomorrow at Anderson County. I think we play Southfield and Heritage tomorrow night at Anderson County. So we'll see. We got to keep working and continue to get better and see what happens in February.
Okay, then. Well, listen, I really appreciate you guys, what you do there. I hope maybe you're able to drag David Queener down there so to give somebody to argue with next year if you can get him back on. But thank you guys for everything you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night, buddy.
Okay, thanks. All right, bye, buddy.
Go ahead, caller. You on the air?
Hey, Cox, this is Eric Tackett.
Hey, buddy, how's your wife?
Hey, taking care of my buddy Jet.
Yeah.
Jet, that was a tough one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was real tough. The heartbreaker.
Hey, I've enjoyed watching our boys out there play together, but more important, I just want to take a minute. I know there's a lot of local teams around that's been praying for our family there, and take a moment and just thank everybody. And we can't tell you how much we appreciate everybody reaching out in their prayers, and we ask that you just continue to pray for my wife, and thank you again for y'all's show, what you do.
Hey, man, absolutely, and thoughts and prayers obviously continue, and
yes.
We try to stay updated with obviously Emily and Brad and everything else. So tough situation, and that's much more important than call-in shows or football games or anything like that. But Oliver Springs is had a heck of a season, and they'll get back to work, and they'll continue to make the community proud and continue to put a good product on the field. So thanks for calling in. We appreciate you watching the show, but obviously thoughts and prayers go out to your family.
For sure.
Well, thank you, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Hey, thanks for putting on hold there while Mike went on about everything. He's ready to pick the playoffs. He's ready to pick the playoffs. All right. See you, buddy. Just kidding. Thought we had one there. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Oh, Mr. Hendricks there only counted about 50 there.
Oh, come on, DJ. Come on, DJ.
Hey, man, I can't believe it's the last week, guys.
Yep, it's crazy.
Fun. Something I never
And
thought I'd
it
ever
was a
do.
big wreck on 75. I was stuck in traffic for a while. Probably could have made it back, but it was standstill. So I got by it. It was huge past Philadelphia exit. It looked pretty nasty, guys. It was a bad wreck.
Yeah, Coach Ray, I think, was going to try to call, and he just texted and said, "Hey, Coach, we were in and out of service, and I'll probably have to catch you next week." And I told him, "Congratulations on the big the semifinals." And I'll tell you what, I think Oak Ridge next week will be absolutely packed.
It will be.
It's the only game.
Yeah.
And I might be wrong. I think it's the only game on this side of the state.
Right, and I can say for the youth, where DJ's had these Tennessee Jays and built relationships between other kids from other areas and schools, they'll all be there.
Yeah.
They'll be there to watch their buddies play.
Yeah.
You know, like their buddies come watch them play.
Yeah, I think it'll be packed.
It'll
be a
packed.
great atmosphere.
I'll be there.
I think I picked Sevier County earlier in the show just simply because of how good that quarterback is. But the more I think about it in the atmosphere, I think Oak Ridge has a good chance. That game it's just going to be packed.
It's going to be fun to watch.
Sevier County's going to travel because they've not been in this situation in a minute.
Right.
Oak Ridge hadn't been here in 4 years, and then to think there's no other game. Brad and Chandler, is there another game in the Eastern time zone? Because the private schools don't play this coming week. They got a bye week.
Where's Alcoa go? Somebody's got
the Alcoa travels.
So it's all the odd numbers this year.
That's right. Alcoa will travel.
Is Maryville home?
I'll tell you where. No, Maryville's at Oakland.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Let me see here. DJ, I'll get you an answer on that. Yeah, so it looks like they could possibly be going. Well, mine's not updated here on the last part of that. So I'm not sure, but yeah, they will travel this year because they were on the top part of the bracket.
So that's the place to be, is Oak Ridge, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I'll say on that. All the listening ears out there, Oak Ridges, Clintons, Albert Springers, wherever you're from, Knoxville, crack the ship. You will see it on my Facebook all week long. I'm going to have all kind of posts, pack the ship, pack the ship, pack the ship. And this is the time. This is going to be a good game. And I'm with you guys. Like, it's a Cinderella season. I mean, Smoky Bears, I mean, they're showing up and showing out. But rumor has it, not only did Will Presley come back for a few plays this week, it's a possibility that Malik Howard comes back.
Oh, that's big.
That's it.
You heard it here first, BPB.
I heard that. There you go, DJ.
That's it. It's a rumor, but it seems like strong rumors coming from the locker room of Oak Ridge, and not just people at the barber shop. So
I got one question for you. Real important.
What's that?
Where are we eating, Big Ed's or Dean's?
Big Ed's or Dean's prior to the game?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to be able to eat, walk across the street, and watch the ball game.
We're going to Outback or...
Oh, man. You driving then.
I'll come pick y'all up. I'll come pick y'all up.
I don't want the pizza. I'm going to have indigestion before the end of the game. And I don't want dings because I don't want dings. So if we're going to go eat, now you know about my weight problem, Jet. I can't wait to eat. I'm going to do it right.
I just didn't want to walk too far when I got full.
You think BBB? You think Brad can get me and Jet a sideline pass?
Have you seen my sideline pass?
No.
Tell Brad Jones to show you my sideline pass there.
Well, Jet and I, we ain't worried about your sideline pass. We're worried about our sideline pass.
Yeah, we need a sideline pass. Can we just say we know Mr. Pendergrass and we get in there, won't we?
If Mark Packer's there next week, which I'm pretty sure he's going to be the one running that game, I'll be there with my employer anyway, so I'll be on the sidelines.
Well, I'll make sure not to wear my Oliver Springs hat to that one then.
I'll give you a 5-star shirt. We'll just make up a media credential and walk out there like we know what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been waiting on my 5-star shirt and pass, too.
You didn't get yours yet?
Jet's wearing his tonight. You've been watching.
No, is it? No, not. He's in gold.
You know that's right.
He's in gold. Those gold helmets, man.
Hey, by the way, the closest game next Friday to Knoxville, Tennessee, outside of the Oak Ridge game, is Alcoa at Sequatchie County.
Oh, wow.
Dang. Like the ship.
So there's not a game within 2 hours here.
Right. And that's just going to be...
Are you going to be there? I hate that we don't have a show next week, man. I hate I couldn't be there for the final show.
Well, I mean...
I don't know. It's not in my contract. They're going to have to up the ante a little bit, get me back up here on Friday night next week. I'll tell you who'd be happy there.
I know.
If we had a show there. I love my boy, but hey, he would be happy if we had a show next week.
Yeah, you're right. He sure would.
Chandler wouldn't be, but he would be.
He sure would.
We need to do it live from Blankenship. Show Mac Packer who's in charge around here.
Right.
Well, he got that on lock, so I'll ride with him. I'll be right beside him, pounding him up. So.
No, I'm talking about the call-in show live from Blankenship.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm down for
it. Man, I am. I'm excited for it.
You should be.
I'm excited for the match. And I heard you talking about the noise, and you said it wasn't fan noise. Well, I wanna go back a week. Greenville made complaints, right? So the noise that comes from that loud noise, they actually got a warning for that, and was almost in trouble penalty-wise. So what they did this week is they knew that there was Elizabethton last week made complaints about it. This week versus Greenville, they knew it would come. They was going to do what they do, but they knew it would come. So they had a backup plan. Shout out to Anderson County Mavericks. Over 300 new cowbells were sent out there. And on top of the 300 horns that's already out there. So this week it definitely was noise in the stand.
And here's what I'll tell you. It's not the noise coming from the stands as much as it is those daggum speakers behind me.
Oh, no, the speakers are ridiculous. They're insane. But they added noise in the stands this week.
Yeah. And I like Richie. I like Richie, and I thought he was a football guy, but he turns into a cheerleader on Friday night. He's fast. And I was like, come on now, Richie, you're a football coach. No, he does a great job on the PA. I've done that before, and it's not an easy job, but I like giving him a hard time. But he does a good job. But it's the speakers are so loud.
They're the loudest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. But anyway, it is what it is. It's an awesome atmosphere, though.
The band is awesome, too. They have a great band.
The band.
They hit the keys, they're drumming and tromboning and all the chords and stuff. And that band is solid, too, man. So shout out to the Anderson County band. like everything that goes on out there in Anderson County, man, like I still have yet to see anybody play high school football that has the atmosphere that they have. And
I agree.
Of course, the dog and the fireworks, but it's a lot more than that, man. It's just something about it. And I was shocked today. I went to East Hamilton. You told me I was going to be at a very nice facility. I was. Very nice facility. They charge us $5 to park.
You know you could have said. You know you could have said no. You know you could have said no. No, I'm serious. I'm serious.
I didn't have to.
They cannot legally charge you to park on a Tito's play sanctioned game on a campus.
Really?
Absolutely.
So Catholic, they paid to park?
Catholic used to charge to park. This is early. It's probably 2006. Was that about when Harrison Smith was there? 6 time frame. They used to charge park. We pull up. We ain't paying to park. This is Tito's Play School. It says we don't have to pay to park. We got to pay to get in the game.
Right.
Lady said, "Come on in."
Well, I guess they're
wow
taking money to pay the park because they're still playing on the grass field there.
So East Hamilton had a grass surface.
I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, Macon County's got a grass surface where Anderson County's going next year or next week as well.
That's what it said. First game this year.
First game all year, though. That's right. First game all year, they're going to play on grass.
Yeah, I heard that. Wow.
If I was Macon, I bet Macon County will have that Bermuda about 7 inches tall. Something to slow Strickland and LaRue down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it'd be hard to stop that kid and that Princeton kid. They're ballers.
They're good.
They're ballers, man.
Yep, they're good. Well, DJ, appreciate you calling. If you can talk Brady into doing a show, you might be able to get me down here. I don't know. My contract's up.
Well, I'm gonna try to make that happen, man. One more week. Just come on to the ship, pack the ship, come on to the ship, and we'll ride together back over to BBB and light it up one time. We'll bring a cake, a cookie cake or something, and light it up on the air and get some highlights and stuff. Have a good old time. I may bring some sangria. I don't drink, but I'll bring it.
You might need to bring a cigar. That's what they win after a big win.
Right.
It's in my refrigerator, baby.
The BBB will be smoking up in here. All right, DJ, you be good. We appreciate you doing an awesome job on the show. When I had to leave last week, my grandmother, of all people, said, "You missed 30 minutes of that show." I said, "I had to go pick my son up. He's sitting over at the church. I had to go pick him up." So, hey, appreciate you. Congratulations. Big game next Friday night at Blankenship.
Yes, sir. We'll be there.
I'll let you take us out here actually on your Wildcat anthem there if you want to sing it, and we'll hit the road.
Roll, Wildcat, roll. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And we're gonna be Sevier County next week at the ship. Baby, let's go! Pack the ship. Have a good night. Stop safe home. Love you guys.
Be careful.
Yes, everybody. Safe travels. You know, that's cool. Yeah, that's a big win for Oak Ridge. They have fought through a lot of adversity.
All year long.
All year long.
I'm proud for them. I really am. I'm going to be there, watch that game, and pull from the ones that know and the ones that don't know, and hopefully pull off the upset.
Chandler and Brad, are we having a show next week?
We're down for it if you want to.
We will make an announcement on BBB TV, Facebook, and Instagram and Twitter to let everyone know. I'll let Brad make that decision. Sounds like DJ's having a show. So
yeah, he's ready, ain't he?
He's ready.
We can have a show with just DJ.
Yeah, if they win, the show will be DJ.
Right.
If they lose, you know the feeling, don't you, Chet? It'll be
right.
me.
Yeah.
It'll be me and you.
You know, it's all right. I mean, we lost, and it's going to be, and I got to go to work in the morning. And
tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I got to be there at 5:30.
It's still a good season.
Oh, it's still a great season. I mean, daggum. I hate it for the seniors, and I hate it for the seniors every year, but this little group here is a little different. You know, it's hitting closer to home because now I know my son's senior year starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's sinking in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Free medical clinic Friday night scoreboard. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a great season. We start this journey every year to support the kids in our local area. We do our very best to not talk bad about kids, talk bad about officials, talk bad about coaches. We want to, uplift those guys and give them the support and the coverage that they need because of the hard work and time they put into this. Unfortunately, sometimes our teams don't win. Unfortunately, sometimes our teams don't keep playing. But our mission and goal behind this show is to recognize the hard work and the time and the effort they put in to the season and the craft that they love so much. Every week we try to come in here as long as we can make it and give the love and support that these kids deserve. And as you can tell by the phone calls, there's thousands of people that watch this show that don't ever call in.
Yeah.
Our phones blow up during this show.
Yeah.
We had a guy call in and just think of, the communities for praying for his wife.
Yes.
And that's just, and the Oliver Springs area watches this show heavily, along with the Anderson County and the Clinton and the Oak Ridge. But we want to thank you all year for tuning in. We want to thank you all for supporting OEB. Thank you for letting us have a game each week that you support. It looks like next week there's a 98% chance they will be in Macon County, making the drive down to Lafayette area. And thank you, OEB. Thank you for the coaches that call in. You all watch this show. Sometimes we hurt your feelings. You make signs that we're fake news, but we know that you appreciate what we do. And, we appreciate you all calling in and watching the show. Free Medical Clinic, what a great sponsor you've been, and for a great cause to support the people that need the medical attention that you all give them for free. As for Mr. Jett, I know it's been fun getting to know you this year.
Yes.
We text each other throughout the week to check on each other to make sure everything's good.
Yeah.
DJ's been awesome. I didn't know either one of y'all sitting in here. And the first night I sat in between you and I got home. My wife asked me how the show was. I said, it's going to be fun. So, and I miss my buddy Queener. So if he'll let me pick him up next year, every Friday, we'll have 4 of us.
All right.
And it will be fun. But thank you all for watching. Thank you for supporting your local high school kids. We will make an announcement here very soon on whether we'll be here or not. But good luck to all the teams here in the semifinals as they chase a gold ball. Something that no one can ever take away from them, the run and the journey they make together. And hopefully they make history for themselves and for their school. But for now, we will sign off, and thank you for everything that y'all have done this year. What a great year. And we might see you back here next Friday night. Until then, have safe travels and go Vols.
Yes.
Over 14,000 neighbors live in fear of becoming sick or injured and having to make a choice between putting food on the table or seeking medical care. The free medical clinic tries to take that fear away.
What do we help them with? We help them with diabetes, hypertension, any kind of medical need that they need that's necessary. And being in a community with the African American community lets them know that we're here.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OEB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammer's popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
What does strength in numbers mean to you? At Covenant Health, it means we see nearly 2.2 million visits annually. It means our 13,000 dedicated experts are all working together for a common goal. With over 150 locations throughout East Tennessee, you'll always find an open door to care, because we are committed to being the first, best, and strongest choice for the one number who matters most. You. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We built our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
1 in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's 1 person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Medic Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Medic has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
I wanted to continue my education after high school, but my family and I didn't think we could afford it. Then I found out that Roane State has the options to make college possible. Now I'm pursuing my dreams and will make my family and community proud.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
Get ready for the ultimate celebration at the Free Medical Clinic of Oak Ridge, New Year's Eve 2025 countdown. First ever ice skating rink. Live bands rocking the stage. On December 31st at AK Bissell Park, Oak Ridge. Food trucks. This is free to the public because of our amazing event sponsors. Bring your lawn chairs. Ring in the new year with their family and friends. Enjoy spectacular fireworks show that will light up the sky. Don't miss the grand finale, the epic T-Cat Harriman, one-of-a-kind atomic ball drop at midnight. For more information, go to fmcor.org.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OAB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris.
Is it confidence in the most available care options? Or is it unmatched expertise answering your hardest questions? Giving you the courage to move forward. At Covenant Health, we think it means all of this and more for you. Let our strength be yours.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We built our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
1 in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's 1 person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Medic Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Medic has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
I wanted to continue my education after high school, but my family and I didn't think we could afford it. Then I found out that Roane State has the options to make college possible. Now I'm pursuing my dreams and will make my family and community proud.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
Get ready for the ultimate celebration at the Free Medical Clinic of Oak Ridge, New Year's Eve 2025 countdown. First ever ice skating rink. Live bands rocking the stage. On December 31st at AK Bissell Park, Oak Ridge. Food trucks. This is free to the public because of our amazing event sponsors. Bring your lawn chairs. Ring in the new year with your family and friends. Enjoy spectacular fireworks show that will light up the sky. Don't miss the grand finale, the epic T-Cat Harriman, one-of-a-kind atomic ball drop at midnight. For more information, go to fmcor.org.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OAB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
What does strength in numbers mean to you? At Covenant Health, it means we see nearly 2.2 million visits annually. It means our 13,000 dedicated experts are all working together for a common goal. With over 150 locations throughout East Tennessee, you'll always find an open door to care, because we are committed to being the first, best, and strongest choice for the one number who matters most. You. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours. What is strength when you're battling cancer? Is it a shoulder to lean on? A voice of hope? Is it confidence in the most available care options? Or is it unmatched expertise answering your hardest questions? Giving you the courage to move forward. At Covenant Health, we think it means all of this and more. For you. Let our strength
Stanton Martin had emerged as a star at quarterback, and his team had already scored a school record number of points entering that game. This was a showdown that was talked about all over the state of Tennessee, and many believed, probably rightfully so, that the winner would go on to win a state championship. Martin ended up tearing his ACL, MCL, and LCL on the very first drive of that game. Heroically, the junior stayed in, throwing for 368 yards and 4 touchdowns, but also 4 interceptions. Even without being 100%, he still almost led his team to victory, but AC fell 35-31. After that, Greenville cruised to a state title. Martin had surgery, got better, returned to star his senior year. Once again, the quarterfinals would see these two undefeated programs vie for a shot at the semifinals. Martin was a Mr. Football finalist for the second straight year, but this particular matchup wasn't close, as the Green Devils led 42-7 at halftime and went on to win 42-21. In 2019-2020, Greenville won in the second round. In 2021, Anderson County finished 6-6, its worst record since 2016, and got beat by eventual state runner-up Elizabethton in round 2. The Mavs were sick of Region 1 spoiling their chances at a state championship. In 2022, Davy Gillum's team exercised those demons, first by beating Betsy in round 2, and then by finally getting by Greenville in round 3. And they took frustration out on their opponent that night, winning by a score of 38-7. They got their state championship too. But guess who they faced in the quarterfinals the next year, last season? Greenville. Guess who won? Greenville, 28-17. So who do they play tonight in the third round of the playoffs? Greenville. Was the 2022 season a one-off conclusion, or does AC deserve a seat at the table of dynasty and greatness? Maybe we find that out tonight on your OEB Law Game of the Week. Day or night, 24/7, someone will be there to answer and give you a free consultation and get to work on your case immediately. Call 865-546-1111 or visit the website full of helpful information, recintoacheck.com. That's OEB Law. It's that time again as we welcome you to a highly anticipated edition of the OEB Law Game of the Week. I'm Aaron Harvey, joined by a man the kids call Based, but mostly only when he's playing music, doctor, friend, coach, Dan Shoemaker. Coach, all these quarterfinals games are exciting as teams play for a chance to practice on Thanksgiving, but something about the story in this one makes it one of the best matchups of the entire playoffs, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree, Aaron. Time's going to tell ultimately, but there seems to be a change in the air. Anderson County seems to have developed into that next level program. From Region 1, Greenville has been that next level program for some time. In 2022, we saw a shift in the wind with AC winning the gold ball. Tonight, they are on a mission to prove that 2022 season was not a fluke, but a step on the way to greatness. Tonight, we'll see the next chapter written in this story.
That's Dan Shoemaker. I'm Aaron Harvey. While I'm extremely excited about our game tonight, there are others in our area that we'll tell you about as well before we come back and preview this one. Stick around for that. It's pregame at Anderson County on your OEB Law Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Tim Elrod. Over the years, you've heard us at OEB Law say, let us turn your wreck into a check. We still do that for many families, but I want to take the time to go beyond the slogan. I think I've learned over the years and more every day that the most important thing for an attorney to understand is the value of being a partner to you. When you and your family call an attorney, you're calling because you need some help. You need someone to pull alongside you and stand with you. We understand the process of the legal system. You probably don't. So it's our responsibility to keep you informed about every step of the process. You're going to have questions about what's going on. What's next? What do I need to know? Our responsibility is to guide you through the process with the information that you need, the answers to your questions, and the assurance that we have your back at OEB Law. You have my word. We stand with you because communication is key.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
When the lights turn on and the game begins, you need a team that gets the job done. It's Ford commercial truck season at Ray Varner Ford in Clinton, where our strong lineup is built for power and performance. Step up your game in this new 24 F-150 4x4 Super Crew, $46,997. At 250 cargo van, $50,950. 24 Ford Maverick XLT Hybrid, $28,929.
Local you trust, performance you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
In East Tennessee, our work heritage runs deep. For over a century, the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union Local 102 has been part of the area's growth and prosperity. Don't sell yourself or your business short by hiring unskilled labor. Our cutting-edge labor training facility equips our members with the advanced skills needed to be the very best in the industry. Keep jobs local and the money in the state. At Local 102, we work tirelessly today to help build a better tomorrow for our community and our members.
Welcome back to the OAB Law Game of the Week. I'm Aaron Harvey with Dan Shoemaker. We're both giddy about this one, but let's talk about one that we'd be every bit as excited about if we were doing it, and I'm talking about Oliver Springs at Coalfield. We carried that game last season, which saw Oliver Springs overcome the regular season champ, Coalfield 20-13. Can they do it again? I don't know. We'll see. This time last week, we expected to already have a conclusion to that game, as it was going to be played on by the Rivalry Thursday crew, but Oliver Springs opted out of that following their win against Rockwood, citing nagging injuries. That got some chirping going on social media, which threw gasoline onto the burning passion that was already hot enough to prep a branding iron. I'm a huge proponent of sportsmanship, but I'm also a huge fan of smack talk as a lover of entertainment. And, you know, something else kind of special about this one, as Oliver Springs self-reported a violation for playing an eligible player against Rockwood in their win last week. He was ineligible because he's playing in a secondary league, and you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, you can't be on 2 rosters.
You cannot. TSSAA comes down, and they said, hey, this used to be a game where you would forfeit the game and there would be no winner to that contest and Coalfield would move on, but they said they have since changed that law, and the punishment doesn't go to the entire team. It goes to that one player who I'm guessing is not going to play tonight. So back to the storyline of this one. The Bobcats avenged a regular season loss last time. Can they do it again, or will Coalfield be avenging the quarterfinal loss from last season?
Well, as you and I both know, Aaron, there is no love lost between these two programs. Both programs are from very proud communities, and these communities love to talk about their football team and the other one too, as we saw on Coach T and other places. And yes, there's some smack being laid down about this matchup. First, the game was originally supposed to be on Thursday night. If both teams made it to round 3, Mark Packer and the Rivalry Thursday crew were all excited to bring that matchup to the Knoxville area. Then that changed as the Bobcats decided that they didn't want to do that, and they moved it back to Friday. Second, these teams are fairly evenly matched, and they know each other very well. That familiarity can breed contempt sometimes. And last, these teams have taken on the personalities of their head coaches. I coached against both of them. I know they were both hard-nosed football players in their time, and both these teams have taken on that personality as well. I think this will be a great game, but all you in the audience need to watch our matchup, and we'll check into WECO for scoring updates for you and let you know how that one's going.
Yeah, the winner of that game goes to the semifinals to play the winner of Clay County and South Pittsburgh. Moving on to 2A now, it's Bledsoe County and York round 2. For the Warriors, this is their first trip to the quarterfinals since 1983, and only the third time making it here in school history. A win would put them in the semifinals for the first time ever. For York here lately, this is just business as usual. The Dragons have been to the semifinals the last 2 seasons and would love to get back after coming up 5 points shy of a state championship appearance a season ago. York won the first time around 20-7. If I had to pick a winner, it'd be the Dragons, but it could go the other way if the Warriors come out to play.
Yeah, that's a great movie reference. I remember that movie when it was in the theaters a long time ago. And like the Warriors in the movie, the Bledsoe County Warriors will have a long way to go to get back home with that win. The question for me is, how will the Bledsoe County Warriors react on the big stage? York has been on that big stage. Bledsoe County, this is kind of new for them. This is a new level of playoff success, and how they handle that success will determine a lot tonight for them. Clay County and South Pittsburgh, that one's a little bit of a mystery to me. Both teams are coming in 10-2. The Bulldogs look to avenge a loss from last year of 58-0.
Ooh.
South Pittsburgh is playing well. We'll be interested to follow that one as the evening progresses tonight.
Westmoreland or Marion County await the winner of that game in 3A. Why are we even talking about 3A? Alcoa has made this conversation rather boring. The Tornadoes are going to defeat Gatlinburg-Pittman tonight in a game that will most likely see a running clock in the second half. I think the more interesting game here is the one a smidge outside of our area, and that's Meigs County at Sequatchie County. If you're a high school football fan in East Tennessee, then you kind of just expect the Tigers of Meigs to always be formidable. Sequatchie County, though, has double-digit wins for just the second time since 1996. A win tonight would put the Indians in the semifinals for just the second time in school history. Could be a good one tonight in Dunlap.
Yeah, Meigs County is a familiar name to most folks, but Sequatchie County, they're moving really in uncharted territory. The team from Dunlap may not have enough to make a difference in this one, but either way, the bad news is the winner will host Alcoa next week, and that's never an easy task.
It is not. And you may remember, by the way, that Coalfield's only loss of the season is to Sequatchie County, one of the final 8 teams currently remaining in Class 3A, and that only happened on a late field goal to break a 14-14 tie. But anyway, we've gone through half of the classification so far. And we'll do the back half and preview our game tonight between Anderson County and Greenville a little later. This is the pregame show on your OAB Law Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Tim Elrod. Over the years, you've heard us at OAB Law say, let us turn your wreck into a check. We still do that for many families, but I want to take the time to go beyond the slogan. I think I've learned over the years, and more every day, that the most important thing for an attorney to understand is the value of being a partner to you. When you and your family call an attorney, you're calling because you need some help. You need someone to pull alongside you and stand with you. We understand the process of the legal system. You probably don't. So it's our responsibility to keep you informed about every step of the process. You're going to have questions about what's going on. What's next? What do I need to know? Our responsibility is to guide you through the process with the information that you need, the answers to your questions, and the assurance that we have your back at OEB Law. You have my word. We stand with you because communication is key.
$1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
When the lights turn on and the game begins, you need a team you can rely on. Ray Varner Ford and Clinton's strong lineup of vehicles is crafted with the same dedication and hard work that drives our community. Experience quality and value in this pre-owned 2020 Lincoln Nautilus Reserve, $29,946. Pre-owned 2024 Ford Maverick, $39,990. 2023 Ford Expedition Platinum 4x4, $67,970. Local you trust, pre-owned vehicles you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
Welcome back to the OAB Law Game of the Week. I'm Aaron Harvey with Dan Shoemaker at Anderson County as kickoff inches closer to tonight's game between the Mavs and Green Devils of Greenville. Let's continue previewing the games in our area, which brings us to 4A. We'll talk a lot more about our game tonight in a few minutes, but it's very possible that whoever wins tonight will end up holding a gold ball in 2 weeks. But the semifinals game won't be easy, as the opponent will be either White County or Macon County on the road. Both of those teams are 10-2. Lots of good football still yet to be played in 4A.
Yes, you're exactly right, Aaron. During the regular season, White County held the advantage over the Tigers. Looking at total points scored, though, Macon County, has averaged about 9 points better per game. Macon County has to make that trip tonight, and I believe that White County will be favored at home. The last time they played, the score was 34-18 in favor of White County. I suspect that it'll be a closer game this time.
Okay, so in 5A, Powell is at West in a rematch from the regular season. Is what I would be saying if I had incorrectly assumed that Powell being up by 14 over Sevier County with 3 minutes left in that one meant that the Panthers went on to win. What a comeback by the Smoky Bears. They were backed up inside their 5-yard line, hit a few chunk plays to score, recovered an onside kick, scored again, lined up to kick the extra point. There was a penalty on Powell moving the ball to the 1-yard line. They went for 2 and got it, but they left time on the clock, and the Panthers have a Mr. Football semifinalist kicker. It got scary at the end as Powell got to about the opposing 30 before undefeated Sevier County quarterback picked off a Deuce Rogers throw that ended the game. The game tonight is at West. It should also be one fit for the Ocho.
Yeah, so much excitement in that game last week. I thought Powell would be here tonight playing as well, but alas, the fickle finger of fate prevailed, and the Smoky Bears moved on to the next round while Powell got their basketball season started. West has outscored their opponents in the first 2 rounds 97-15. That's an impressive number to me. While Sevier County comes in with a ton of confidence after that win last week, I suspect that West will continue to roll into the next round.
Yeah, whoever wins that game will play the winner of Oak Ridge and East Hamilton. The Wildcats have been up and down all year, but, man, Coach Rank's program has a legitimate shot at a semifinals, which is incredible. Briefly, we'll talk about 6A. Bearden's at Maryville tonight. It wasn't even close the first time around, but the Bulldogs are full strength now. Still, I expect the Rebels to prevail.
Yeah, Wildcat Nation is in full swing. They are rejoicing in the playoffs after a bit of a rocky start. Coach Rang and his staff have figured some things out, and they've played some really close wins in the first 2 rounds. I suspect this game will be close as well, maybe too close to call. I would have to call this one a toss-up personally. Bearden at Maryville is classic 6A football, classic matchup. While I feel this one will be closer, I see Maryville outpacing the Bulldogs at the end.
We've officially reached under 10 minutes on the clock. I'm looking at it right now. We're at about 9 minutes and 20 seconds before we kick this thing off here. It's Anderson County. It's Greenville. I think this is the best game in the state tonight, and I am privileged and honored to be able to bring it to the viewers as we are about to kick off the quarterfinals in 4A. It is Greenville at Anderson County. We will preview that matchup when we get back to your OEB Law Game of the Week.
Are you going to miss all the fireworks?
Oh, no, we can't do that. No, we can't. We can't go to break right now. Or else we would miss the greatest show on turf.
There you go. And this truly is remarkable.
Russ.
So, I was doing some analysis earlier, and I was looking at just some stats over the last 3 years, 2021 through 2023, and then a little bit of 2024. But what I found, going through the progression of the playoffs, the state champion across all public school classifications outscores its opponents by about 28 points. The state champion does. Basically, what I found is that if you can outscore your opponents by 14 and, not outscore your opponents, but the average across the entire season is about 23 points per game scored. If you can score 37, then you're on the right track. But the average given up is 24. So if you can hold your opponent to about 10, you're state champion material.
Yeah, defense wins championships, and we often talk about those point differentials, how many scored versus how many points allowed, and that was always a big metric that I used to kind of gauge how well my defense was playing, how many points were we giving up. You know, I really didn't worry about total yards. I worried about points because you can give up a lot of yards, bend but don't break. That's how many touchdowns are you giving up.
Oh, you hear the air horns.
Hear the air horns. Feel the excitement.
I'm just going to, when they get this show started, I'm going to shut up and let you enjoy it.
Here they come.
And look at that. Folks, this is high school football. Wow.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
That ain't just a few bottle rockets.
No, and it's still going. Guys, Greenville has a Mr. Football semifinalist at running back in Carson Quillen. Anderson County has one at running back as well in Waylon LaRue. Greenville has one loss in the season falling to Alcoa. Anderson County has one loss to West, a 5A power that has state title hopes. This is as even of a matchup on paper as you'll see across the state tonight, but there's history that makes this game compelling as well. Greenville has been the big brother to AC, besting them in the playoffs 5 of the last 6 meetings. 3 of those 6 meetings saw the winner go on to win a state title, and that could happen again this time around. Greenville relies heavy on its run game. Quillen is the first option. Quarterback Caden Baugh is the second. Baugh's also thrown for 1,300 yards and 18 touchdowns. But if the Anderson County defense can't get off the field, the Green Devils can chew clock and keep the Maverick offense from getting into a rhythm. But if AC's offense can get going, watch out, because it is prolific. Senior quarterback Landon Hensley has thrown for 2,400 yards and 28 touchdowns. But the Mr. Football semifinalist is the running back. One of these defenses will get the game ball tonight and propel their team one step closer to Chattanooga.
Yeah, these teams are fairly evenly matched when we look at the individual statistics. Quillen for Greenville is averaging 10.6 yards a carry, while LaRue is averaging 10.4 for Anderson County. LaRue has scored 29 touchdowns, while Quillen has scored 32. On paper, the running games look fairly even to me. The biggest difference tonight will be in the throw game. That is where I think the difference will be tonight, and that's what I'm going to look for. Also, the team that can get their defense on track early and press in the special teams, I think, will likely find success.
Anderson County averaging 43.8 points per game. Greenville is averaging 48.5, which, by the way, is third best in the state of Tennessee across all classifications. Anderson County giving up 15 points per game. Greenville giving up 7.5. That said, Anderson County's probably had the tougher schedule, which evens those numbers up a little bit. Common opponents: Anderson County beat Gibbs by 43. Greenville beat them by 38. Both teams beat Northview Academy 56-7. That exact score. AC beat Carter 42-7. The Green Devils won that game 56-7. The Mavs beat Elizabethton last week 54-14, while Greenville won that game 41-7. Taking all of the data into consideration, it's hard to give either team a clear advantage. If anything, maybe playing at home gives the Mavericks a leg up.
Yeah, I think that Maverick Stadium mojo does offer an advantage. The home crowd, the atmosphere, staying in your routine is so important. About those stats, though, my good friend and mentor Dallas Davis told me as a young coach many years ago, the most important stat is the score when the clock clicks down to 0 in the fourth quarter. Looking at point differentials, home and away records, common opponents can give you some great insight, but the bottom line is who's leading at the end of the fourth quarter. In this one, I really don't know. These teams are very evenly matched.
Amen to that. Coach Dallas Davis was very, very right. That is the only thing that matters. That's the only stat, is what that score is at the end of the game when the clock hits zeros. Interesting to note, Coach Gillum has as many wins against Eddie Spradlin of Greenville as he has against one Dan Shoemaker, which is one. Coach Spradlin is 2-1 in the series, and all three of those games have been big ones. Let's make it 4 tonight. It may be cold outside, but there are armies of butterflies in the pits of stomachs on both sidelines. This is the type of game that makes it into the school lore for generations to come. Every player is going to be hyped, but has to stay composed in order to meet the moment.
Yeah, the reminder of coaching records takes me back a ways. I am 0-1 versus Coach Gillum. I am proud to say that. He was at Scott County my first year as a head coach, and Wartburg opened the season there in 2008. And yes, we lost to a pretty good Highlander team. There was no pressure then. In the quarterfinals, both of these teams know they got to win to advance. The Butterflies feel about the size of fruit bats. You hope as a head coach or as a coordinator your preparation is good, but the nerves, they're real.
So we just saw the coin toss. Anderson County wins. They elect to receive the football. I think if Greenville had won the toss, I think they also would have elected to receive the football. Both teams want to get their offenses started early to set the tone in this one, I do believe. All right, Coach, we got to turn our attention to you. It's time for this week's edition of Dr. Dan's Do's and Don'ts.
I think it's pretty simple this week. For Greenville, they need to establish the run and control that line of scrimmage on offense. Defense, I think they need to contain the AC offense and don't give up those big plays, not those long runs like we saw last week against Elizabethton. For Anderson County, defensively, win on first down, get to third and long, make them predictable. And then on offense, they need to spread the ball around to their playmakers and get everybody going, being a part of this thing, and just roll.
So you heard it from Coach Dan Shoemaker. I am so pumped for this game.
The greatest show on turf.
Yeah.
And when I first came over, I didn't necessarily believe that. You know, I'd heard that, but I'm impressed. Mark me impressed.
Yes. Myself as well. You know, it's funny. The first time I did a game here, I was looking forward to it so much. I was like, man, I've heard so much about this, the fireworks and everything. But there was the conditions were not favorable for fireworks because they were in a drought.
Fire hazards, yes.
Yeah, and so they couldn't set off fireworks first time I was here, which was a huge bummer. As we get set for the kickoff, which is brought to you tonight, once again, by the UA Local 102 Plumbers and Steamfitters Union in Knoxville. Find more information at ualocal102.org. Maybe you've seen the brand new training center there on Illinois Avenue, right next to Sexton Automotive. That's nice.
I've seen it. I didn't know what that was.
That's a lot nicer than the training center that that I had to attend. But all right, here's the kickoff, and it will be returned from about the 4.
It's got a little room.
Yeah, getting upfield. That's Trent Strickland, and Strickland is brought down.
Anderson County will take over at their own 27-yard line. Hensley brings out his hooligans.
Mr.